The Skarloey Railway is one of the oldest railways on the island of Sodor, with engines as old as time to somewhat modern-day engines. The railway has many passengers and freight services that keep the engines busy, but with more and more traffic on the move and look at the works getting an upgrade, Mr. Langley Percival has decided it was time to order a new engine. The other engines were most excited when they heard the news.
I'm really excited about the new engine.
Me too, skarloey.
I'm not.
I ever not, Duncan.
Let's face it, Rusty. A new engine cannot mean nothing but trouble.
Oh, come on, Duncan. When Mighty Mac and Luke joined the line, he never said anything bad about them.
They were a different case.
Call it what you want, Duncan, but be grateful that the Skarloey Railway is getting some help.
Early the next morning, Rusty and Skarloey arrived at Crovan's Gate to wait for Bear and the new engine.
Where is that Hymek diesel? I honestly thought the main line was the pride of Northwestern Railway.
Keep your axles greased, Rusty. I'm pretty sure Bear's just running late as usual.
Just then, Bear arrived, tired and out of puff.
Sorry I'm late, you two. A little bit of engine trouble up at Gordon's
Come on, Bear. You of all engines should know how busy us little engines are.
You try heading up Gordon's Hill with 8 heavy cars and 1 half-failed engine. Anyways, here's your new engine that Mr. Langley ordered.
About time. Thank you, Bear.
Pretty soon, the new engine was released from her container. She was painted blue and looked absolutely stunning. The engine looked at Rusty and Skarloey with a blank stare. It was as if she had never seen the other engines before.
Skarloey, she's not talking. Should we be worried?
I have no idea, Rusty.
Ah, Adalyn. Welcome to the Skarloey Railway. My name is Mr. Langley. I'm the controller of the Skarloey Railway. This is Rusty and Skarloey. They are some of the special engines on the railway.
Nice to meet you.
Rusty, I need you to work at the quarry for this morning. Then, start work at the maintenance train for the afternoon.
Yes, sir.
And I will show Adalyn around the line with my train.
That sounds like a lovely idea.
And so, Skarloey and Adalyn left to collect Skarloey's first train. Meanwhile, at the Blue Mountain Quarry, Rusty was telling Duncan, Sir Handel, Peter Sam and Ivo Hugh about the new engine.
She is quiet, but she seems really nice.
She's just probably planning on moving to take over our railway.
What? Don't be ridiculous, Duncan. I doubt she's planning to take over our railway.
Good gracious, Peter Sam, you're just as gullible as Skarloey and Rhaenyra.
Don't be rude, Sir Handel. They are older than you than a long shot.
And Duncan, I told you the engine seems nice. She doesn't seem evil.
Seems evil. You don't exactly know if she is evil.
Oh my gosh, Duncan, you are completely acting like a fool right now.
At least I'm the only one who's trying to protect our railway from being run over by strangers.
And with that, Duncan chuffed away. Later that night, all the engines had gotten a chance to meet Adalyn.
Wow, you've been all over Wales.
Well, actually, it's only the Festiniog Railroad, but that still counts as Wales, right?
It does. Duncan, Sir Handel, you've been awfully quiet. Is there anything you have to ask to Adalyn?
I've got nothing to say to crime influences.
Criminal influencer?
Oh dear God, please tell me you didn't convince Sir Handel, Duncan.
Only a matter of time before Adalyn becomes a full criminal and takes over our railroad. As a result of that.
Duncan and Sir Handel.
Just then, Mr. Langley arrived, and he was not impressed.
I am most disappointed in you two. How it never occurred to you that I brought Adalyn to help us while Luke is being upgraded. I thought my grandfather's engine would have learned common sense by now, but clearly hasn't. If this is the case, you guys will be shunting in the yard with Adalyn till I can trust you. Understand?
The two engines looked at their buffers with embarrassment.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, sir.
Duncan and Sir Handel worked in the yards the next morning with Adalyn. Sir Handel had finally gotten to know that Adalyn wasn't at all bad, while Duncan refused to believe she was actually good.
What happened to being partners in crime?
Oh, Duncan, listen, she's quite friendly, and if it as it is, she is just like a prize out of a game you win and share with your friends.
She's nothing but trouble, and I'm not buying any of what you just said there.
As Duncan backed into some coaches, he hit them with a hard bump, causing the trucks to go careering down the track heading towards Croven's Gate.
Oh no.
I'll try to stop coaches.
Said the little blue tank engine, and she raced off down the line. She saw the coaches up ahead, speeding faster and faster. Adalyn pushed herself and coupled up to the coaches. Applying her brakes, she stopped the coaches from hitting the buffers and being destroyed by the standard gauge engines. Later that night, Mr. Langley spoke severely to Duncan.
Carelessness will not be tolerated on my railway. You'll be working with Rusty on maintenance trains until you learn to be careful. As for you, Adalyn,
Mr. Langley turned to her.
I am pleased with your heroic action. How would you like to take trains on your own?
Oh, yes, sir. Please, sir.
Then it's settled. You'll take the first train tomorrow to the Skarloey Railway Cafe and transfer the train to Duke.
Duke? Who's Duke?
But I must stop there, or I'd spoil the rest of the story.